Very interesting, sort of perplexing moment in the interview that Carolyn Maloney, who's a current Democratic congresswoman from Manhattan, in the interview she was doing with the New York Times editorial board, hoping for an endorsement in a race she's up against. This is crazy New York stuff because of all the redistricting. So she and another Democratic incumbent, Jerry Nadler, and another candidate as well are all facing off against each other in this primary. So go ahead and put this tear sheet up on the screen because she said something that was strange and maybe revealing, or maybe she's just confused, hard to say. This is from Business Insider. Democratic Rep Carolyn Maloney said off the record that Biden is not running for re-election in 2024. Of course, these editorial board interviews are on the record. They are not off the record. So they went ahead and published this. Yeah. Here's the full exchange as published by the New York Times. New York Times' Eleanor Randolph asked, should President Biden run again? Maloney says, off the record, he's not running again. To which another New York Times board member said, not off the record, on the record. And Maloney said, on the record, no, he should not run again. This comes after they had done a debate where Nadler had indicated that, what was his take? He was like, he basically wouldn't answer.
Yeah, he was like, I commit to the president, or,
yeah,
whatever
he
decision he made. Yeah,
sort of dodged the question, wouldn't really answer it, which was extraordinary in and of itself. Yes. Maloney said there as well, it's my understanding that he's not running. So clearly she really has it in her head from somewhere that Biden is not running again. Now, all of the public signs from Biden and his team are that he is. Right. He has said repeatedly he's running again. The reporting is he'll probably do his meeting with his family over the holiday and then he'll run again. And Maloney, she's getting up there in age. I wouldn't say that she's all, totally with it all the time. And so she could just be confused, or she could have some information here that we're not privy to. I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, my bet is probably confused. She herself is like 80 years old, and she's just obviously just conducting herself in a very erratic and strange manner because she keeps doing these interviews where she
That's a good
is,
way of
will
putting
they,
it.
won't they? And I'm just like, I don't know. But look, she didn't get endorsed by the New York Times. Chuck Schumer came out and endorsed Jerry Nadler. So I think her days in Congress are probably more numbered than President Biden in American politics.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows,
Listen,
I mean, it's an interesting, so what they did is there used to be a seat that was mostly the Upper East Side and then a seat that was mostly the Upper West Side. Nadler represented the Upper West Side seat and she represented the Upper East Side seat. They instead drew a line like across the middle of the city, and now the Upper East Side and West Side are in this primary together. And like I said, there's another candidate as well who's using this all as an opening to be like, I'm the one who's really standing with President Biden and hasn't thrown him under the bus. Even though I thought he was supposed to be the progressive, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the contours of this race. I think you're right. Nadler probably has the edge here ultimately because he's gotten the establishment backing and he doesn't do weird, confusing stuff like this. And he got the New York Times endorsement. But again, who knows how this ultimately is all going to go. But maybe she'll turn out, maybe she has some insight. Maybe she's spilling something that other people, are keeping quiet. It's possible. Or I think you're probably right. The more likely explanation is she's just kind of confused.
Yeah.
She has some weird info because I still am working on the assumption Biden is running again.
Yes.
Not because people are that enamored with him, but because they don't know how to get around Kamala Harris being the next in line and know that she would be a disaster.
The only reason he wouldn't run again is for a health reason. And look, as far as I know, that doesn't exist. I mean, it's possible. I'm not talking about like
it'd have to be
very
really
acute
serious.
Health condition.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna die of a heart attack if I continue. Outside of that, given current deterioration, he's still going to run. I just don't see any other way.
That's what I'm working with as well, but we'll see. See how it goes. All right, guys, more for y'all later. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.